Hey people, we need to have a talk. I was wrong. Remember when I said this in my A7X every album review? Don't get me wrong, the album is really good. The first few tracks are amazing, especially Unholy Confessions and Chapter 4. But after that, it's just hit or misses. It's a bumpy road after those two tracks. Although some tracks were really good, like Eternal Rest and Second Heartbeat, overall it was just a bumpy road. It didn't really hit amazingly hard. It did hit hard, but not amazingly hard. So because of that, I have to put it at number 6. There were some albums I just preferred. What in the name of everything that is unholy did I just say? Why did I say that? From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to sincerely apologize to any A7X and the general metal fan who got personally embarrassed and offended by my clearly vile and wrong opinions on Waking the Fallen. Because after a lot of more listens, I can actually say that this doesn't belong in number 6. Instead, it belongs in number 3. So what made me change my opinion on Waking the Fallen, you may ask? Where do I begin? Well, for starters, Waking the Fallen is a fucking banger, of course. It is a certified hood classic. Everyone be jamming to that. Secondly, the songs, even though they're longer on the album, they also hit way more harder than City of Evil. I find myself keeping coming back to Waking the Fallen, actually. But my biggest reason is that Waking the Fallen feels a lot more comfortable than City of Evil. What do I mean by this? Well, with City of Evil, it's way more accessible. With that being, it's really mainstream. It's really commercialism. Everyone loves City of Evil because it's easier. It's more accessible. It's more mainstream, as I said. Well, with Waking the Fallen, it's less mainstream. It's more underground. It's more of the classic A7X sound that I really love. It has both screamo and singing. Am I saying City of Evil is a trash album? Of course not. City of Evil is a monumental album in A7X discography. There was no getting around that. It is literally their magnum opus in their entire discography, point blank, period. But with Waking the Fallen, I don't know, there's something about it that makes me keep coming back to it, unlike City of Evil. It's really classic, it's really dark, gritty, it's more my thing. More grittier, more darker, more cruel. I like the dark and scary nature of Waking the Fallen because I've never heard something like that before. I think that's what made me not like it as much in my review. Like, that's why I put it at number 6, because I was really thrown off by it. But the more I listened to it, the more I was like, yeah, I was wrong. I think with Waking the Fallen, since it's less accessible, you have to get used to it a lot more. But it's so worth it because you get to love it even more because it's less accessible. It's something you have to really get used to because it's where the true art lies in A7X, in my opinion. If you want an album that has true art and that it's so hitting, go to Waking the Fallen or Nightmare. But that concludes my short little side video. Hopefully that made sense because this was all off paper. This was not scripted, so I probably made no sense. But basically what I'm trying to say is, my original review of Waking the Fallen is outdated. I now think that it is part of the big 3. I think it is one of the best A7X albums ever, point blank period. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Goodbye.